Hi guys, this is Tablet-News.com and I'm here with the ASUS Transformer Book T100 Chi. It's a Windows 8.1 tablet, and I'm playing today the Age of Empires Castle Siege title. It's available for free, or better said, it's a freemium. I haven't played very much. It's more of a preview than a review. It's a presentation of the game. I've been playing for about 2 or 3 days, 1 or 2 hours a day, and as you can see, the progress is pretty slow. So this Age of Empires has two elements. You can either battle people online, real people like me, or you can take the historical challenges. Depending on the civilizations you chose, you get various citadels to conquer, like Thessalonica and Aleppo, for example. There's Constantinople, Marienburg, Orleans, and others. So let's go with this one here. The reward is greater. Okay. Apparently the reward is too big for me to collect. Let that be the problem. Of course, this one is a base builder. Also, the battles feel a bit like Clash of Clans. However, this time you can actually move your units around. You're not forced to watch them as they auto-attack. So I have a ballista, some archers, some spearmen, and some swords. I guess I'm going to have to start with a less fortified area. So let's maybe start here. Deploy these guys here. Attack from this side. Keep in mind, I'm not very good at this game, so I'm just trying this to see if it works. So we got those guys at this entrance, this one's here, trying to break down the wall. The hardest part will be getting past these soldiers and these two towers. At least we breached the castle, that's an evolution. And as I said, I can actually guide these fellows to various areas of the base and various enemy units. They're pretty keen on auto-attacking though, so there's not much I can influence or do here. As you can hear, there's a themed music here. We're in the Orient, and the music certainly feels like it. These guys are still firing at the walls, trying to break them. And apparently the siege is going quite well. I don't exactly see where my ballista went. Anyway, we're continuing the siege. Maybe let these guys help by attacking that wall. Luckily there is no time limit here. In the player versus player battles there are time limits. Okay, so part of the wall fell. Now it's time to destroy part of the base. It's actually going better than the attempt at sacking another town. These guys are going crazy, so I have to get them back to their original purposes. Not that one, but rather that one. So this is a game that involves a bit of waiting. This is the attack part, there's also a defensive part. There's the base builder part, you build barracks, you build farms and places that will allow you to collect lumber and stone later on. And let's get these guys to destroy the gate as soon as possible. You can also zoom in to get a better look at the units. There is a lot of attention to detail in this title. And let's see what's happening here. They're firing arrows at me, so I'd better destroy the walls and get to them fast. Okay, so it fell. Time to go to the towers. I don't have many units left, so let's put them to good use. There are also special units, like heroes. Each civilization has its own hero, and when you start, you'll be able to choose from a variety of civilization. You can play like the Byzantines, the Britons, the Franks, the Saracens, Teutonic, and Kievan Rus. So a lot of variety here. Apparently this battle is going well. I've destroyed basically all the important towers, and once this citadel falls, the city is mine. But it won't be as easy as it seems. It still has some towers that are firing at me. They're firing quite intensely. Anyway, this is the single player. As I said, the PvP involves actually battling it out with real people who have more skill in deploying their turrets and their units. As you can see, I have lost a ton of units. It's going to be hard from here on out. I have about 4 soldiers and they're about to get killed, so I have to wait for that and maybe surrender. So there was a taste of the battle happening here. The keep was not destroyed. I lost those fictive units, and now let's get to the actual game. So you choose your civilization and you pass it to various stages. I am at the medieval level right now, the feudal level. You can enter an alliance if you want to. You can see your attack log and your army. You can enjoy some sales. If you want to spend real money on gold, gold is one of the premium currencies here. This is my base. I have yet to build a wall around it. I built a road. We got the army camp where you hold your soldiers. These are the units you can train. Each of them has an information. This is the crossbowman. We have the raider, and I also unlocked this very useful battering ram that's used to take down walls. We got a farm that produces your apples, which is basically the food, and we got the mill that will be able to produce your wood. So you got food and wood as the main resources, and if you build a quarry you'll also have stone. These are the economy buildings that generate or store resources. A road is also here, and then we got the fortifications. We got archer tower, catapult, guardhouse, patrol wall, and crossbow tower, and much more. And then there's the military section. You can build an army camp, barracks, siege, university, hall of heroes, and the hall of heroes will come in handy because I can actually start summoning big heroes. For each civilization there is one hero that stood out in history, and he'll be here. As you can see, building takes a lot of time, sometimes hours, sometimes days. Upgrades takes a lot, and if you're training soldiers, in about 5 minutes they will be ready. This is basically all you need to know here. The buildings look quite fine, they can be moved around. It feels very much like a typical base builder like Clash of Clans, only with a twist, more historically accurate, quite nice graphics, attention to details, and it's a product made in collaboration with the Microsoft Studios. Okay, here you can also build statues if you want to, flowers and torch, if you feel that you have too much money, and in case you want to rush a building process, you can spend real gold, which is the premium currency of the game. As I said, I can attack real players, just like me, so let's see what's happening now, if you can try and find real players. We got this guy here, who is pretty weak. You have to spend more food to find a new player. This one is actually a pretty strong one. Doesn't seem to have much defense, only about 3 or 4 towers. I can go in here, so maybe I should attack him. So let's place these guys here, and maybe the battering rams here. And now let's see what happens. Of course I can move my units around. I'm stealing a lot of his currencies. As you can see, I'm filling up my silos, so I don't have any room for other extra units. It's a strange idea that he decided to place his farms outside the citadel. Anyway, once the wall will be breached, it will be pretty easy to destroy his keep, which is the mother lode. The battle will end in 5 minutes. Each battle has a time limit, at least the online battles. And this one should be reasonably easy to end because he hasn't defended that part of the citadel. He sent some soldiers to do damage control. It's a bit too late for that. His resources are being depleted, and just like in the games that resemble Clash of Clans, even if you don't destroy his entire base, if you reach 50%, the battle is pretty much won because of your higher percentage. So 21%, I should probably destroy more. I got a chest reward, lucky me. And this is where the going gets tough, because I will encounter his turrets that will be hard to defeat. You can also get crowns for your multiplayer achievements. And those big guys, the ballistas, are doing some real damage here. Okay, so let's see what happens if you keep destroying stuff. The turret is distracted. And I just lost one ballista. Probably going to lose the second one soon. And let's move these guys over here. Will be a long walk. Anyway, this is Age of Empires Castle Siege. It feels a bit like Clash of Clans, but with movable units, more historically accurate, better graphics, a lot of variation for the units, and some changes in the gameplay, but overall it's still a base builder with a lot of freemium mechanisms, and it's very far from the definition of Age of Empires. That involved the historically accurate battles, hordes that you had, the ability to evolve over time and get new units and new economies. This is not that, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's fun, but it's not my Age of Empires from when I was a kid. This is Age of Empires Castle Siege at Tablet-News.com, 7.5 out of 10. Bye bye.